Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Koopa Troop Podcast. This is episode 2. I'm your host, Luca, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Mr. Matt.
Lovely. That,
Lovely, in quotes,
that
yes.
is an exaggeration.
In the last episode, we talked pretty much exclusively Smash Brothers, except when we weren't and shitting on ARMS. But we did get sidetracked by a certain topic that Mr. Matt here feels very, very, very
Oh my
strongly
god.
about.
Fucking.
And that is the topic of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Matt, go off real quick.
Bro,
I want to
okay.
I want to know all your opinions.
just as a baseline, this game sucks. Right? Like it sucks. The whole play it's a game is an experience, right? I don't want my whole experience in a Pokemon game to be only battles and leveling up. That's what I get for Pokemon Coliseum. And I'm not saying that Pokemon Coliseum is a bad game, but there's also, much more plot in Pokemon Coliseum. It's a different experience. I wouldn't expect to get the same experience I would in Pokemon Emerald, the best Pokemon game, and in Pokemon Coliseum. If I'm going into Pokemon Sword and Shield, first game off of a handheld device and onto an actual console, I'm
First
ex-
one on a home console
eh, eh, eh,
ever.
I'm expecting
Mainline.
something good. I'm expecting something to blow my socks off, for lack of a better term. And you know what I get? I get battles. I get shitty big boy battles, the Gigantamax, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's just big Pokemon, bro. That's your whole selling point. Big Pokemon. Whoop de doo. The the best plot of the whole story is some stands, some BTS stands, some Justin Bieber 2012 stands cheering on some one emo chick. That's the best plot that you can give me. It's just a bad game overall. There's zero depth to the game. There's it just sucks. That's all I have to say. It sucks.
Are you forgetting about the absolutely revolutionary idea of having a movable camera in Pokemon?
Who the fuck cares? That adds nothing to the game. I mean it like whoop-de-doo. That's the was that a joke? Just to be clear.
Yes.
Okay, I hope so, cause that.
I I understand your frustration. I'm someone who was as you know, a little bit more lenient on Sword and Shield when it came out. I want to stress when it came out
No,
because because I'll get in my thoughts like as of now later. But actually, I'll get into it now. The game is extremely bland. It's so just bland. There's, to be fair, like every Pokemon game is essentially the same thing, kind
yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
It's like you run around, get your starter Pokemon, you run routes, you catch wild Pokemon, you do gyms, whatever. But
Well, no, wait, you're
underneath
forgetting
that,
a part there. In every Pokemon game, there's
there's a
uh there's
plot.
there's a there's a subplot, there's a team that you have to defeat and fight. It's not in Sword and Shield. They took out a huge chunk of what makes the game interesting, makes it unique, makes it have replay value. I can even say. But continue. I digress.
I To be fair, I don't think there's a lot of like there's some stuff in Sword and Shield that I think is like good from previous games. I like that the whole gym idea is a whole like you get like jerseys and it's a big stadium and it's a whole like competition. Like the gym challenge is a real big part of the game and you actually want to beat Leon and become the best person in the region.
Yeah.
Like it's actually like pretty neat.
Yeah.
But underneath that, they're feeding you this little story with the whichever legendary dog you have it just goes absolutely nowhere.
Wait,
they
can we even
they
say
just
the legendary dogs don't come in until you beat the game?
you don't see well I do like that at the beginning of the game you saw them for like a brief second and you're in a battle with them but you just couldn't hit them.
But then you played through the entire game and they don't show up. That is absurd.
You get like little inklings and backstory about them, but all of the pretty much all of the legendary Pokemon plot is reserved until post game
And
because
yeah.
go ahead.
And I was just gonna say, tell me if I'm wrong, but in almost every other game, you get the box legendary before the last gym. That's what
Yeah,
I remember.
before you beat the champion, at least.
Yeah, before you go
Like,
to the Elite Four, at least. Yeah,
yeah, I'm remembering. I know for a fact, Sun and Moon, you got the legendary before. You got the legendary before in X and Y. I'm pretty
and
sure you
definitely
got it in Gen 4.
in auras 100% because I remember
Yeah,
me having a
in
little like
Gen 5.
identity crisis of who am I gonna
Yeah,
kick out
yeah,
for this motherfucking Groudon? Like,
yeah. Yeah. It's just so weird. It just feels like Pokemon could do anything and make so much money,
mhm.
and I feel like they're really learning that and they're starting to rest on their laurels. Like the whole this was a huge drama when the game wasn't even out yet, but the whole every Pokemon not being in the game thing.
Yeah. What?
They they
Why?
said
Why?
they said that they said that they were doing more high quality animations. This is on a console, and that they were spending more time with the Pokemon. Every single Pokemon model and or animation was directly ripped from either X and Y and Sun and Moon when they did those back then.
God, that's
There's
such.
absolutely nothing. They in X and Y they made the models extremely high res for no reason. And you know why? Because
Why?
they were future proofing. They're future
Uh,
proofing for the future, so that when they eventually got to a console, because they knew it was going to be inevitable, that they would be able to reuse the models, and that's exactly what they did. They reused the animations for Pokemon Camp directly from Pokemon Refresh and Pokemon Ami. They like
God,
what you need to make curry animations
it's a blatant
like
lie. It's just such a blatant lie. It's just lazy. Like,
yeah
why?
I'll give them that because there is including forms there is uh, I think including forms now, there's over 1,000 Pokemon. So I understand that that's a lot of like, even if they wanted to give every Pokemon a single like happy animation or a single somewhat detailed eating curry animation,
But it's a
I
console now.
understand that
It's a
that's.
console. It's a full game.
But one of their reasons was they wanted to make like games come out in a timely fashion, which is concerning to me because like delay your game if you feel you cannot make your deadline. But I it yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know. Dynamax as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, it's the new gimmick and
Yeah.
it's not nearly as cool as Z moves. I'll say that right now. And
And
or Mega Evolution.
and
Megas were super broken, but
I don't
like
care that they
at
were
least they were
broken.
cool.
Exactly. They were cool. Z moves. It's a little lamer, but it's still cool. You know, a really powerful move.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
cool.
Z moves I look at as the best of both worlds. You can put it on any Pokemon and they have a Z move. Any Pokemon can use a Z move, but they also have highlighted Z moves for special Pokemon to give them that like Mega Evolution treatment. They have like
Yeah,
their own cool little exclusive Z move and stuff like that.
I'll definitely say that Z moves are balanced, the most balanced, I guess.
Yeah, they're also like they're more balanced across the all of the Pokemon, kind of. I don't know if that's the best way to word that, but like megas, there were let's say they were going to make 10 megas. That means you can only make 10 Pokemon that would have megas. So only 10 groups of people will be happy. Kind of. I don't know, but you can like you can put any Z move on any Pokemon except for the exclusive ones, kind of. Like any Pokemon can have a Z move. Not every Pokemon can have a Mega.
I mean, almost every Pokemon could have a Mega, every final evolution. I mean,
That's still a lot of Pokemon.
it's a lot, but yeah, you're right. It'd be
They gave Beedrill a Mega for some reason.
you give yeah, Beedrill and Butterfree, right?
I don't think Butterfree got one. I know Pidgeot got one.
Oh, I'm thinking of Gigantamax or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
Gigantamax, like Butterfree got one there. A lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. That's another thing. Gen 1, I get it. Okay, I get it. It's the one that started it all, but other generations of Pokemon exist. Like, other people grew up with other generations. Like, me personally, I grew up watching the anime for, like, Diamond and Pearl and stuff like that, and I got back into the series like heavily when it got to X and Y, so I really like a lot of those Pokemon. And Sun and Moon is where I consider my peak of like Pokemon like my Pokemon craze. So I like a lot of those Pokemon. Um I still have yet to play stuff like Gen 5, which I really need to do at some
Is
point.
is that Black and White?
That's Black and White.
Oh, that was my most played. It's not my most remembered, but it's definitely my most played.
Yeah. But it's just Sword and Shield. It's just like they the game. Okay, let's just put a comparison right here. You take a screenshot from uh Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition that's coming out in like a month or a couple weeks actually. Holy shit.
Okay.
You take a screenshot of that. That's on the Switch. And it's a remaster of an old game.
Yeah.
And you put that side by side of a screenshot from Sword and Shield's Wild Area. You look at the two side by side. One is an old game remastered, put on the same hardware, and one is another game probably made very like more than the other from the ground up on the same console. Like it speaks for itself. Like it's just it's not what I imagined when Pokemon was gonna go into home console. I expected much more, but
I mean, you know my theory with Sword and Shield, right?
what is your theory? Please remind me.
I want this to be true. I don't know if it is. I really want it to be true. I think that Sword and Shield was supposed to be on the DS. I hope it was on the DS, right?
You think it
Because
was on 3DS?
I think they had to port it over. I think they had to. Everything was a rush, and they just wanted to put something on the console. I don't really have any
It's
evidence or anything for this. I just this is what I think happened just based off how
yeah,
bad the game is. I think they wanted to do more. Maybe they just didn't have time. I I doubt they didn't have the resources, but maybe that was an issue.
yeah,
And I just want them. I want Sword and Shield to be a test for Pokemon on home consoles. They see that it works now. You know, you had your first try. Now come back with something quality, something good, and make a good game.
yeah. Well, let's be clear here, because we're shitting on the game a lot. The game is not broken. Like it's not a complete dumpster fire. It functionally runs.
Yeah,
like
it's not
it's a
'06.
perfectly functionable game. It's just completely bland and empty, and it's just Ultra Sun and Moon, which came out a couple of actually like a year or a couple years before that, has so much more stuff to do and is so much more like replay value and Pokemon and just like let's put it this way: Ultra Sun and Moon on 3DS has more Pokemon than Sword and Shield does.
God, that is ridiculous.
Like in the Pokedex, I'm
That's
fairly
just
sure.
if that's true, I don't know if it is, but that's just stupid.
It like it could be because they had Let's Go, which was like a fun little neat thing, I guess. I thought that was going to be their test in home consoles, but I guess Sword and Shield came out like a little bit like it came out like a year afterwards. So they were almost certainly working on those in tandem.
Oh God.
So they could be just they could be like a to be fair, it is the first time on consoles for them, but it they could have done so much more. Like they 100% held back in terms in some places,
I mean, I was thinking
or we're just straight lazy.
the build up for this game sucks. But then when I played it,
Oh my lord,
but then when I
the
played it, there
build up.
I realized there was nothing to build up. That's why the build up sucked because there's nothing that you could promote.
Like the build up to Sun and Moon was one of the most fun build ups for a game I've had in a while.
Number
There was a
one,
new yeah,
number
there
one
was a
was
new
Smash.
trailer. Yeah. There was a new trailer pretty much every 2 weeks, and each trailer would be packed full of stuff. To be fair, when Sun and Moon came out, there wasn't a lot of stuff we didn't know,
Yeah,
thanks to the trailers. That's also thanks to leaks. But also in Sword and Shield's defense, they tried to go the angle where we're not going to show you a lot of the new Pokemon so that when you play the game, you can see them and be surprised.
yeah.
The thing that turned out though is that all the Pokemon got leaked a couple weeks before. Everyone saw them, and everyone was like, "Okay, I see these now. These aren't a surprise." That is not Game Freak's fault, but it definitely, I feel like they held way too much back because we got the trailers, and then there was whenever we got a trailer, which was once in a blue moon, pretty much, there wouldn't be anything in it.
Remember that 24-hour live stream?
Oh, don't even. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Two Pokemon.
24-hour live stream.
Two
No,
Pokemon.
they just revealed one Pokemon and it was a Galar form.
No,
The
but
other Pokemon that were in there were at the E3 demo.
oh
I
yeah,
remember
okay,
that
you're right.
clearly.
You're right. But they officially announced Impid or whatever the name is in the in the
No,
background.
he just showed up. They didn't even give him they didn't even like put him on the website. The only Pokemon that came out of that and was like officially announced was Galar and Ponyta.
Oh God, I this game sucks, bro. Everything about this game sucks.
Yeah, like it, the single player I'll say is just nothing special. The the battles are it's still Pokemon. Like it's still fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I still like to play it from time to time just because it's Pokemon and it's on the TV. A lot of people aren't playing it because of the reasons that you're saying, and they were just turned off by it, which I understand. But it's still Pokemon at the fundamentals, which is fun. I still like Pokemon, but it's just I a lot. This was $60.
But the original Pokedex, I don't know if they added Pokemon or anything. I completed the Pokedex in like a week. The Pokemon aren't hard to get. To
Yeah,
be fair, I did like
I
the
remember you completed that in like a weekend. I remember that.
well, I completed the main game in 2 days of just like is decent amount of time. Decent
It's
amount of
still an
playtime.
RPG, so it's still it. The problem with the story was you'd go to a gym and then the next line said would be okay, go to the next gym. There's nothing in between.
There's literally nothing in between. Garbage
It
game.
it's like yeah, I just hope that they it's been selling a lot because it's Pokemon, but I'm almost sure that they have heard all this stuff. They're starting to everyone's starting to call them out on their stuff.
Laziness.
Yeah, so I hope that for the next game, I cuz here, let's talk about this. With the fact we're getting DLC, do you think that rules out the sorry, do you think that rules out the question of a third version or a sequel kind of? Do you think it's just going to be the DLC or do you think we're going to get like a Pokemon I'll just say the meme gun, whatever,
Yeah,
or something.
guillotine. Wait, no, not
Guillotine.
catapult. I meant not guillotine. Um,
Pokemon Hanzo with the arrow. Okay, I'm
shut
gonna
your
stop.
ass up. God, my answer is God. I hope not. I mean, I really don't want them to invest that much time in another Sword and Shield game.
Yeah,
You messed it up. You screwed it up. Just make something else. I,
I
w-
hope they go on to the next generation as well. I just,
I want another. I
yeah.
want a team that wants to destroy the world or like free all the Pokemon or just something absurd. And then I want to kill, like, destroy their dreams. And then I want to beat the champion, and then I want to be the best, and then I want to catch them all. Not some of them. I want to catch them all, and I want a shiny hunt, and I want a Pokemon experience. I don't want to go fight Jim 8 times, and then go fight Elite Four. Like, that's garbage.
Yeah, yeah, I just hope that they learn from the negativity that they've gotten, because they especially when they said that not all the Pokemon were going to be in this next game, people people rioted almost like internet rioted.
Yeah,
they had to make a few statements to where they were like, guys, uh the the other Pokemon are not forgotten. We're going to put them in future games. Like, we're not cutting them forever. They still exist. We still care about them. But, like, I don't know, man.
man,
It just makes so much money.
man, I'm like coughing up a storm over here.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to
All
all
right.
this bullshit. Jesus Christ.
All right. Do you want to move on to another topic?
By all means, I got nothing else to say. I mean, I've said how garbage the game is. I've said my piece.
All right. So, how about we move on to something that is much more positive? A game that we very much like to play and think has amazing production value, and that's Dragon Ball Fighterz.
Now this is a good game.
This is a very good game. So we got Ultra Instinct Goku on the horizon, the second character in the third season of Dragon Ball Fighterz. You saw the trailer. I saw the trailer. What did you think?
I think he looks sick. I mean, I think he looks really cool. I haven't seen any gameplay. I think there's like leaked gameplay out right now.
Yeah, he's leaked, and he's actually leaked for a while now.
Oh shit. Well,
People in China got the patch early and have been doing
oh,
stuff.
oh. Well, whatever. Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't break him. Like I hope they don't make him as shit as Jiren is right now.
Oh my gosh, Jiren is terrible.
Like he's such a cool character. I want to be able to play him, right?
Jiren?
No, no, not Jiren. Fucking
Oh,
Jiren.
Ultra Instinct
Yeah, you
Goku.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I think it's good. His the moves that we've seen or that I've seen looks pretty cool, right? What do you think?
Yeah. Like, I can't not get enough of new characters in this game, and just the references they cram into pretty much every single move
Yeah,
that is in the thing. Because the thing that's beautiful about a Dragon Ball fighting game is that the show is about just balls to the walls fights.
true.
So they can take little, like, there are references in Kefla's moveset to moves that she just did. Like, she, while she was fighting Goku in Tournament of Power, they just took moves that she did from there and just made that one of her normals. Like, people aren't gonna notice that, but they did it because they just care that much. And it's the same thing with Ultra Instinct Goku. There's so many like visual references and movements that he does, and not just for him, every single character, pretty much in the game. It's just, oh, God, I love it so much.
Yeah, there are so many little things that they just throw in, and it's great. It's fun.
Yeah, like when he does his level 3 and he connects, and then it zooms into him, and it's like the punch when he punched Jiren when he got pissed off, and it's like, oh man, this is so good.
It's sick. I
I
mean, it's so cool.
I love it so much. I will say a little thing I'm disappointed about is that His level 3 does look sick, but I'm kind of disappointed. It's just another Kamehameha at the end.
Well, Goku has two power moves, Spirit Ball and Kamehameha. What
Yeah.
what else could you
Like,
do?
well, Ultra Instinct did a lot of like cool stuff. If he just went off and just did a ton of punches and stuff like that, that would have been cool. I get that Kamehameha is Goku's thing, but it might just be the fact that we've had so many Gokus at this point in this game.
Yeah, there's gonna
Yeah.
be a point where half the roster is Goku. I swear
Yeah.
to God.
I think this is the last Goku we're getting though. I think they kind of ran out at this point.
Yeah, unless they add what God?
Yeah, if they want to add God, God is not represented in that's weird. God is not represented. Super Saiyan God is not represented in fighters at all. I don't think either on Goku or Vegeta. So they could add that, but I don't really think they would
There's no need
because there's
to.
not really. Yeah, they really don't need to. They already have Blue and they have everything they need for Goku. We'll get into because I have some ideas for the other characters in this pass that we could talk about.
Well, do you want to get into that now?
Uh, yeah, I guess if there's not really much else to say about Ultra Instinct Goku, I love how he looks. He looks crazy. Uh, the dodging stuff is interesting because I'm looking at the leaked footage, and I made sure to look whenever he dodges. I look at both the health gauge and the super meter, and neither of them deplete
Oh
when
God.
he does the instant dodge. So that's concerning. From a this character is going to be crazy point of view, but he comes out the 22nd for people who don't have the pass. Comes out the 20th for people who have the pass. Uh, you can look at all the gameplay right now. We've pretty much seen everything. Uh, yeah, I'm excited to play him. How about you?
Um, I'm excited to play him on the free weekend so I can try him out before I
Yeah.
buy him.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right.
I'll play him.
Yeah, no, it's just fighters characters are always fun.
Sure.
I like them. But moving on to the season pass, the rest of the season of Dragon Ball Fighterz. So
How many more characters do we have?
we have three more characters. So
And
this season had Kefla, it has Ultra Instinct Goku, and it has three other characters.
and
We
we know
don't know who those
nothing.
three are at all.
Okay.
There aren't any leaks, there aren't any anything as far as I'm aware. We are completely in the dark for these three characters.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm willing to bet that this is also the last season we're gonna get for Dragon Ball Fighters.
Do
I
you think
think these are the last three characters we're gonna get.
do you think there's gonna be like a Fighters 2 or
I think we're gonna get a re-release on next gen,
okay. There's
like a edition with all the DLC and stuff like that. Maybe like a new character or two.
how much better can you make the visuals of the game?
I I think it would just be like a direct port to next gen stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Just because they've already put so much work into it, they don't want to have to make another one.
Yeah,
Start from square one.
that's fair.
Uh, I completely forgot to say this while we were talking about Ultra Instinct Goku, so I'm just gonna backpedal for a second here.
Okay.
All these trailers of characters that originated from the Tournament of Power, Ultra Instinct Goku, Jiren, and Kefla, they're all like centered on the space stage in the trailers. Just add a Tournament of Power arena already.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Just add that,
It's really not
please.
hard.
It's just one stage. You get that stage, and you will have covered pretty much every important location in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super. Pretty much.
Is there a
Like
King Kai
it's just
planet?
so weird. There isn't.
That'd be sick.
Oh, that'd be really cool. I saw a mod where someone added the ice place from
Oh,
the
from
Broly movie.
Broly? Oh,
Yeah,
that's sick.
that was a really cool one. I might have to download some of those mods just to play on those stages.
That'd be cool.
But the fact that there's still no Tournament of Power stage is crazy. It's like having Zeno and the Grand Priest in the background and just oh man.
Zeno is the best character.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be awesome. All right, but that aside,
That
because
that segues
yeah, I
well.
think
I want
yeah, that
Zeno. I want
segues well.
Zeno in the game. I want Zeno in the game.
No way in hell ever that would happen.
Click X to just win.
Yeah, I think I said this before. Click X and then his victory screen just starts to play.
Yes.
The game is not played. It's Zeno wins.
All right, but
But
seriously,
yeah,
who do you want?
okay. Who do I want?
Who do you want
Or
slash who do you think will get in?
okay, so I do think I'm gonna go what I think will get in first because there is some non-canon stuff that I think might happen that I don't really
Oh,
know. I think stuff from I think maybe some stuff from either GT or Super Dragon Ball Heroes might happen. I don't really think so though.
do you think something from Super would happen or from Super Dragon Ball, whatever it's called?
Yeah, it's like a spin-off show to the mobile game. It has some like insane plots, but we don't really have much to talk about because I don't know any of the characters. I just think that's a possibility that one could show up. But I do have characters that I want. I have four of them, and I'll
Four.
rank them after I list them
Okay.
because we're not getting all four. I think I really want Super Saiyan Blue evolved Vegeta from the Tournament of Power at the end of Super.
What with his anime eyes?
Yeah, his Ultra Instinct eyes and his sparkly blue aura.
Okay.
I think that'd be really cool because get more Vegeta love. There's five Gokus. There's like three Vegetas.
Okay,
Um,
sure.
I think Whis. I really want Whis because they have no excuse now that Ultra Instinct is mastered. Ultra Instinct, I should say, is in Fighters. They literally have no excuse now.
Okay.
Goku, Master Ultra Instinct Goku shouldn't be getting hit, but he is. So I think they can add Whis.
Bro, Krillin shouldn't be touching Jiren, but
Yeah, but uh, I think I this is something I'd really want. This is like the last main character that we don't have. I really want Roshi.
oh wait, yeah. Why is Roshi not in it? Hold up, I think your mic's glitching out. Well, can't hear him, so now we just get some quality time by
Uh,
ourselves. Okay, there we go.
yeah.
Alright, now it's fixed.
Wait, are we good? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, some people will say like Roshi can't fly, but I just say you do super dash and he pulls out the Nimbus and goes to you. Like there's no reason that couldn't be done.
Oh yeah.
The last character that I think could happen is Top.
Okay.
I don't really care or want him. I'd vastly prefer the other three that I mentioned before over him,
Mhm.
but he was one of the he was a big part of Super, especially near the end,
Yeah, I
like
think.
Tournament of Power and stuff like that.
Yeah, I also think top. I think he will be in, honestly.
Yeah, it'll be like kind of neat, especially since he'll go into like the God of Destruction thing at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it could be really cool.
Oh, one other person I'd like this before Top as well. Champa.
Champa. That's the
The
Beerus's fat brother or cousin,
Yeah, it's
whatever.
Beerus's brother. Yeah, Destroyer of Universe 6.
I
He
think,
would be pretty cool.
man, if they were to add another destroyer, I really want the clown guy. The
He
clown
would be
guy's,
pretty cool.
he's sick. He's,
Yeah,
think of that. Goku fighting just a clown destroyer. That'd be dope.
yeah. He's just shit talking you the entire time. Because during Tournament of Power, he was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, Jiren can't be beat," like stuff like that.
Big guy would never shut up.
Yeah, but I think that because we're honestly running out of characters for like Dragon Ball, at least canon stuff.
Yeah, true.
So I think Master Roshi though, he if he's probably the one I want the most, honestly, because I just feel like he has to be in there.
I completely forgot about Roshi.
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy that he's not there. Is Kame House a stage?
No, no,
I,
it's
I
not.
don't think it is. That should be a stage as well.
I love cameos. That's sick.
Yeah.
I love it. Um, I just had a interesting idea.
Let's hear it.
So the size of GT Goku is a little annoying, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do. It's
just
very,
just a little bit,
just a tad, just a little bit.
He's a little
Just
bit small. How about we fix that by by adding in Pan and you're making it half of the size of GT Goku.
oh man,
Oh God! Imagine a little
Pan's
baby.
level 3B. Just, oh, just wailing at you at like Super Saiyan speed for
God,
no reason.
it just starts crying and your health just starts deteriorating.
Yeah. Well, Pan actually is a important character in GT. She's a bit older. She's like a main character like there.
I feel like I
So
should.
that could happen
I feel like I should
actually.
watch GT. Honestly,
A lot of people think it's like the worst Dragon Ball stuff.
but is Janemba from GT or is he from something else?
Janemba is from a movie.
And
That's from the Gogeta movie.
the Gogeta movie.
Fusion Reborn. Like before Super, all the movies that they did were technically not canon because they did a Broly movie during Z stuff, and that Broly that's in Fighters is not canon. Then they added the canon one later when they made a movie that was canon. Ow, my brain hurts. Okay,
God damn. I think okay.
but
Do you think Broly's gonna be a main character?
oh, I hope so.
God, they could do so much cool stuff. Like, imagine
Oh
Goku,
man,
Broly, Jiren, Top, Vegeta, just all rolling out.
yeah.
What a squad.
Oh man, imagine like the next big threat return, and we have uh we have like Goku, Vegeta, Broly, the rest of the Tournament of Power team, all that, and Frieza's back. Frieza's resurrected, and he is still very much alive right now after the Broly movie. So, and I think the next time Broly sees Frieza, he will be a little bit upset after he finds out that Frieza murdered his dad. But just a little bit. He might have a little temper tantrum. But
God, it's gonna be so cool.
I can't wait for the next part of Super or whatever they do
Well,
because it's been on hiatus for a while now, and I just can't wait till it comes back.
it's gotta be coming back soon, right? When was the last episode of the Tournament of Power?
Has to be the last episode of Tournament of Power in Japan was over a year ago.
Oh man.
It finished up this past summer for us, the English dub, but that's famously months late, so it's not really comparable. But yeah, the manga's been going strong. Like it's still been doing like other plot points and stuff, but we can talk about that another time because they could change stuff from the manga, and they could do other stuff. Like Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta is a completely animated or anime exclusive thing
Okay.
that did not show up in the manga. So
I'm just
who
curious.
knows?
I'm just curious. Where does the plot go after the Tournament of Power?
So it's actually pretty interesting. We can get into it a little bit, but so there's a new guy that comes up. I think his name's like Mirus or something,
Okay.
and he's like an old goat guy who can suck up planets to make him more powerful.
And that's the villain?
Well, it that's the villain, but by the time he becomes a threat, he's already sucked up like a ton of the universe 7 planets. So Goku and Vegeta go off training. Vegeta goes to the planet where Goku learned instant transmission.
Okay.
So he might get instant transmission. We don't know.
Oh.
And Goku finds some guy who's on the Galactic Patrol who piques his interest because he seems to know a lot about Ultra Instinct. So he asks to train. Oh, spoilers, by the way, I should say.
Like,
um,
yeah.
he asks to train him in Ultra Instinct, and later on you find out that uh, oh, sorry, the bad guy's name is Moro. I'm sorry, because this guy is named Mirrors. This guy that Goku asked to train him actually turns out to be an angel that was like neglected kind of. He doesn't have a role. He doesn't have a destroyer to keep him or like
Oh.
to serve.
Oh shoot.
So
Okay.
yeah, a lot of people have been thinking that he's a angel from one of this destroyed universes that Zeno destroyed before even the Tournament of Power.
Yeah.
And it starts to get really crazy because Whis and the Grand Priest see that this ex-angel Mirus is training Goku and Ultra Instinct,
Uh-huh.
and they get pissed. They're like, "No, this is not what we do. This is not allowed." So they take Mirus away and punish him, I guess. I
Oh
haven't really
sh.
caught up with that past it.
Oh shit.
But as far as I've read, or as far as I've seen, Goku faces off against Moro on Earth, who has sucked up a lot of planets, and he can tap into the first form of Ultra Instinct at will.
There's different forms?
Well, you know how Goku had like not mastered Ultra Instinct during Tournament of Power? Like
Yeah.
his hair wasn't silver.
Yeah.
He can tap into that.
Okay.
So he hasn't completely mastered it, but he's trained to a point where he can flick on Ultra Instinct Omen, a lot of people call it, just as if he was flicking on Super Saiyan Blue, which is
Dang.
really interesting.
Does it take a toll on him like Kaioken and Blue does, or?
I don't think that chapter has come out yet. Like the last chapter I think ended with Goku closing his eyes, turning Ultra Instinct, and then opening them. And that was
Oh,
just it.
that's sick.
That's as far as I've seen.
Bro, I
And
can't wait.
oh man, seeing that in the anime, oh man. And there's no like Broly talk or anything there, but you bet your ass when Moro starts becoming a really big threat, they're gonna call on Broly, being like, "Hey man, we need you to fuck up this guy." So
God, that's sick.
that is that is gonna be very fun. We kind of turned this fighters discussion into an overall Dragon Ball discussion, but that's completely fine. I love talking Dragon
Hey,
Ball.
bro, this is our podcast. We do what we
This yeah,
want.
we do whatever we want, but I do hope we see the other universes again, like Jiren and
Oh, definitely.
Caulifla and Kale, like the Universe 6 people.
And the I forget his name.
Hit.
The guy that Vegeta wanted to train.
Oh, Kaba. That I
Yeah,
was saying,
yeah,
the Universe 6, yeah.
yeah.
I really hope we see a lot of those, because I'd imagine I don't want to say gotten close, but they got to know each other a little better during the Tournament of Power, I'll say.
Yeah, we got. Oh my god! Imagine the squad. I'm saying, like,
Yeah, if there's a big threat, you call on Hit, you call on Jiren, you call on Kefla, you call on Broly, you call on Kaba, you call on literally everyone that
God,
was important in the Tournament of Power.
there's so many strong people now.
It's crazy.
God,
Uh,
imagine.
I sometimes I look back at Z and just you see when Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time, that power was like unreachable, unheard of before that moment. And now you look at all this stuff and you got like Jiren, Super Saiyan Blue, and Ultra Instinct and Hits and all this other stuff, and it's like, wow,
God, that's
this is
crazy.
crazy. Okay, one thing that I would love to see in the next uh sorry, sorry about that. Dragon Ball Super season or whatever they do next is I want to see a proper Goku versus Beerus rematch.
Ooh, yeah, I want to see Beerus getting beat by Goku. Honestly,
Yeah.
that'd be sick. And
If
then,
Beerus was going all out, then he probably wouldn't be able to get beat because like the power destruction is kind of cheap.
well,
But
if you're just gonna Kai Goku to hell, like,
yeah,
but Beerus wouldn't want to kill the dude, probably.
yeah, because if another tournament of power happens, he's his best hope. He does not want to get rid of Goku so he can live.
Yeah.
But
I'm just remembering the times when Krillin was useful and like Yamcha was a fighter.
yeah, like
Like, come on now.
all of the original characters like Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, they were like important in Z in the original arcs. Like they
Yeah.
were important in Cell and stuff like that. I won't say Frieza because they were kind of dead
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But um yeah,
God.
Bulma is still very important in Super. You see her a lot. You
Yeah.
see Piccolo a fair amount. I'm excited for what they do with Gohan now because Gohan is back to
Yup.
I'm gonna kick some ass in
Yep.
train now.
Yep. I need to
I am
protect my
very
family.
excited.
You
Yeah.
yeah, bro, you protect your family as hard as you can, bro. I want to see that.
Yes, please.
God,
Oh man.
Gohan is such a cool character.
Yeah.
I want him to be better than Goku.
I want to see because you got that before the Tournament of Power. You got that Goku versus Gohan fight.
That's just
Yeah,
adorable.
that was awesome. And Gohan not only made Goku go Super Saiyan Blue, he made him go Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue during that fight. Like that's really strong.
With
That's
no practice, I mean, I think that was a little bit. I think that's a
he
little
had a little
crazy.
yeah, he had a little bit of training from Piccolo, but like
But that's
that's
from
still going
Piccolo.
from 0 to Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken
It's not.
essentially.
Yeah, it's not training on Beerus's planet. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking Piccolo.
But uh what else what did what did I want to say? Shit, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, Future Trunks. I would like to see him again.
I just want to see Goten and Trunks age.
Older.
I'm done
Yes.
with. I want
Yes.
them to be teens at this point.
They're like Ash. They don't age. Can we please have them age? Please.
Yeah, I'm done with
That
their
would
whiny voices.
yeah, I wanna hear a Gotenks that doesn't sound like chalk scratching on like or like scratching on a chalkboard, I should say. Like that
Yeah,
not to say the voice actors are bad, they're doing their job and they do their job very, very well.
it's
But
just I hate their
it's
voice.
yeah. But well that's kind of the point of Gotenks is that he's supposed to be obnoxious. When they fuse, they're like, haha, I'm the most powerful thing ever.
But it
I got
doesn't
Super
work
Saiyan 3.
because
Yeah,
I
it
hate
doesn't.
them.
Because Beerus literally spanked Gotenks, which was really
So
funny.
funny. You dare
Um
speak of a destroyer's ass?
yeah. Oh, there's so many good moments in Dragon. I know some people, actually a lot of people I should say, really don't like Dragon Ball Super. In comparison to Z, I might be a little bit biased since I really got into Dragon Ball through Super, but I love Super. It's
What's
so good.
what's their argument for Z over Super?
They just think that a lot of the plot points in Super are really dumb. The animation they think is like not very good at points. And I do have to agree with them in some aspects, like the Goku Black arc and Zamasu arc. That there are definitely some plot points in that are very questionable, but I still like that arc.
They were experimenting, and also weren't they rushed for time or some?
Yeah, yeah, they were especially with because they released Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, the two movies that came out before Super. I think Resurrection F came out before Super, but they animated those movies, which obviously had a higher budget. They had more fun doing it, stuff like that. And then they had to retell those movies in the show with a lower budget. So they were kind of like, damn, I had to reanimate this Goku versus Beerus and Goku versus Frieza stuff. So I can see like where the animators are kind of coming from with that because it's like I got to animate this like really well, and now I have to animate it with a significantly lower budget.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just excited to see what they do in the future.
Yeah, especially since like that Broly movie was so fucking good, dude.
It was really pretty. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
it was.
nice.
That's another thing we didn't even talk about. That the art style changed.
And for the
They got a
better.
new animation director. Yeah, it looks fantastic.
It looks really good. I mean, you saw that in theaters, right?
Yeah, it was
Damn.
amazing because we got the crowd reaction. That like when you're in a theater with like a Dragon Ball movie, everyone there knows you're a Dragon Ball fan. Like, so they feel free to like scream and stuff.
For better
So
or
I
for the worse.
yeah, I I won't say it was on like levels that Endgame theaters had, but they like when Vegeta went Super Saiyan God for the first time, which we never saw him do before, stuff like that. It was crazy.
Nothing will ever reach the point of Captain America picking up Thor's
Oh,
hammer.
never,
Never.
never,
That
never.
was the best. I remember, bro, you were screaming in my ear.
Oh, because I knew it was coming up. I knew it
Did
was
you
like
did you get
Cap's
spoiled?
gotta lift the hammer.
Did you get
Well,
spoiled
no,
on that or
I didn't
was
get I didn't get spoiled, but I was like, they had that thing in Age of Ultron. Yeah, this is the last movie. Cap's like, you already knew going into Endgame that a lot of the characters weren't going to show up again, and I kind of knew Cap wasn't ever going to again.
yeah.
Well, so I was like, they had that thing of Age of Ultron. Cap's got to lift the hammer at some point. Or actually, no, because they did it really well because the hammer was destroyed in Thor Ragnarok. So you're like, damn, he never will have the chance to lift the hammer.
Yeah.
And then they bring it back in Endgame, and it's like, wait, he can now, and he does, and it was amazing,
It's so
amazing.
cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, we really do get sidetracked during these, but
Hey, you know what? That's a good segue for the next episode. We can talk about, Marvel and whatever, see where
yeah,
it takes us.
we can talk about Marvel. It's a good idea.
So for that, we're at 51 minutes. Should we cut it?
Yeah, I think this is a good episode. So thank
Alright.
you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Sorry to anyone who may like Sword and Shield out there.
Look, man, it's a game. It's a Pokemon game. It's just not a good one.
You can like it if you want to,
I'm not gonna hit
but
on you if you like it.
as long as you respect our opinion in saying that we personally did not find it enjoyable.
It is a shit game. And with that, I bid y'all adieu.
All right, see you guys later.
Goodbye.